have-to-do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Lock in the cadence, lock in the cadence.
Now a two-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
This defense for the Niners very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Great.
Now Jones. He's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about.
Looking for Water, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Jones pass. Intercepted. The Niners take over first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A second down throw for Purdy.
And that is incomplete.
Looking for Danny Gray that time.
And it's third down and 2.
You talk about this Giant defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down.
Purdy on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early. because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 25-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A great return there. Bobbin and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
You talk about this Giant defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
The Niners at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
McCaffrey running up the middle.
And he's got it to about the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the Giants' 40-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake. And he will find his man Samuel. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Purdy now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Still yet to find the end zone. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now or get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Detroit. Timberland. Ladybug. Up we go.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones. And that is incomplete.
It's
going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Fielded at the 20. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0. But the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. A solid stiff arm. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Now Purdy.
Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right, able to power through, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4th down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and the 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
McCaffrey looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Brock Purdy with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Niners are able to extend their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here's Jones to throw on second down, eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and he forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ayuk goes in motion. Throwing on second and long. Purdy. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing here, Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal. Here's Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
North salad, north salad. Other side, other side. Up, go.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So 2 quarters
First down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now Purdy. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play. Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On first down, Purdy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
18, Pioneer. 70 rings, 70 rings. Warrior, 70. 19, Lion. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Detroit Johnson. South Salad. South Salad. South. Bama, Bama, Bama. Rita.
Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Go North Cop. Detroit.
It's 2nd and 6. At the 40.
Now Jones. That ball caught by Campbell. Touchdown! Paris Campbell, 40 yards.
And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Niners 27, Giants 7. Graham Gano to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Purdy. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They go play action here. Purdy.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Steps away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down.
Purdy from the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Purdy.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Ladybug, 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 ladybug.
Throwing Jones.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Jones pass. Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Flush to his right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's up.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. Going to continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Timberland. Dom Capers.
Jones looking to throw on second down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the jump. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Purdy off the play fake.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Purdy to throw it on first down.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
There's Purdy on first and 10.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Now moving for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Niners 40, Giants 7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Apple. Other side.
Now Jones on third down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Break.
Operating from the gun. Jones.
Back to the same target, Campbell.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Gano the extra point, and that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
He might take this all the way. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Back to throw. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And that will be incomplete. And it's time